Have you ever caught yourself wondering, why does my body feel older than my spirit? Maybe your heart still feels 30, but your knees have another opinion. Or perhaps you wake up some mornings and think, where did all my energy go? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Growing older doesn't mean giving in to decline, it just means making wiser choices, especially when it comes to what we put on our plate. Let me tell you a little secret. There are people in their 80s and 90s, even over 100, who wake up every morning with clarity, strength, and joy. And it's not because they found some magic pill or secret supplement. No, the real magic? It's in their daily habits. And most of all, it's in their food. Yes, food. Not just for filling your belly, but for fueling your life. Today, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you about the everyday foods that quietly shape how long and how well you live. You don't need a chef. You don't need fancy powders or expensive health trends. You just need the right everyday foods, eaten with intention. The kind of foods that help your cells thrive, your brain stay sharp, and your heart beat strong. Because longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. So, let's sit down together, just you and me, and talk about what to eat daily to give yourself the best shot at a vibrant, energetic, and joyful life after 60. First, let's talk about one of the most humble and powerful foods out there, leafy greens. Now, I know you've probably heard about spinach, kale, and arugula before, but let me ask you this. Are you really eating them every day? These greens are like nature's pharmacy. They're loaded with folate, vitamin K, and antioxidants that help protect your brain, your heart, and even your bones. They're not just rabbit food. They're the reason many people in blue zones, those regions of the world where people live well into their 90s and 100s, stay mentally sharp and physically active. Imagine starting your day with a warm omelet, filled with sautéed spinach, or enjoying a bowl of soup for lunch with chopped kale stirred in just before serving. It's not about eating like a rabbit. It's about feeding your cells the fuel they need to regenerate and protect you from disease. Leafy greens are like a daily insurance policy for your health, and the best part? They're affordable, easy to prepare, and delicious when seasoned right. And while we're on the topic of greens, let's not forget another beautiful gift from the earth. Berries. Yes, those colorful little jewels, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, are more than just sweet treats. They're brain food, heart food, and skin food. They help lower inflammation, protect your blood vessels, and may even reduce the risk of memory decline. I know they can feel like a luxury sometimes, especially when fresh berries aren't in season. But frozen berries work just as well and can be kept on hand all year round. Picture this: a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, topped with a handful of blueberries and maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's not just breakfast, it's your brain thanking you. A simple dessert of strawberries with a bit of dark chocolate? That's a longevity power move right there. Sweet, satisfying, and secretly protecting your heart. Now let's shift gears a little and talk about something you might not expect. Beans. Yep, beans. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas, kidney beans. Whatever your favorite is, these little powerhouses are the real MVPs of long life. Why? Because they're packed with fiber, protein, and antioxidants, and they keep your blood sugar steady, your digestion smooth, and your energy high. One of the most impressive studies ever done on longevity found that people who eat just half a cup of beans a day live significantly longer, sometimes up to 4 years longer. Think about that. Just half a cup a day. That's a simple serving of lentil soup at lunch or a handful of chickpeas tossed into your salad at dinner. Beans are also wonderful for your gut, and a healthy gut means better immunity, better mood, and better aging, and they're inexpensive. In fact, if I had to choose just one food to add to every senior's plate every day, beans would be a strong contender. And don't worry, you don't need to eat them plain. Spice them up, cook them into stews, blend them into dips. There are 100 ways to make them taste amazing. And speaking of powerful foods that don't break the bank, there's one more I want you to remember. Nuts. A small handful a day, not a bag. Just a handful can work wonders for your heart and brain. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios each bring something different to the table. Walnuts, for example, are packed with omega-3s, which support brain health and reduce inflammation. Almonds bring vitamin E and magnesium. Pistachios are full of plant compounds that help balance cholesterol and blood pressure. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But nuts are so high in fat. That's true, but it's the good kind of fat. The kind your heart loves, the kind your brain thrives on. And when you eat them in the right portions, just a small handful, they help you stay full longer and reduce your cravings for processed snacks. It's a small thing that makes a big difference over time. So picture this. Mid-morning, you're feeling a bit peckish. Instead of reaching for a cookie or cracker, you grab a few almonds, sip on some tea, and let your body absorb all that good nutrition. It's not just a snack. It's a small decision that adds up, day after day, to better health, better energy, and maybe even a few more years of life to enjoy with the people you love. We've covered quite a bit already, haven't we? And what I love most is that none of this is extreme. You don't need to give up your favorite dishes. You don't need to count every calorie or buy expensive superfoods. All you need are the right ingredients in your daily meals, foods your body recognizes, your cells love, and your future self will thank you for. Let's keep this momentum going. Because there's more, so much more that you can do each day, just by choosing the right foods. The kind of choices that add up not in weeks or months, but in years added to your life, and life added to your years. One of the most beautiful things about growing older is that we finally begin to understand the power of small choices. A smile, a short walk, a phone call, and yes, a single bite of the right food. These small things have a way of snowballing into something much bigger over time. And when it comes to food, there's another daily choice that can be a quiet guardian of your health: whole grains. Now, I know whole grains don't sound particularly exciting. Maybe it reminds you of dry toast or plain brown rice. But here's the thing. Whole grains are like the steady, reliable friend who never lets you down. Oats, quinoa, barley, brown rice, they all help regulate your blood sugar, lower cholesterol, and keep your digestive system humming along like a well-tuned engine. That's especially important as we age, because the body naturally slows down a bit. We don't digest things quite like we used to, and those sudden spikes in sugar or dips in energy can really throw us off. Whole grains act like buffers. They slow things down in a good way. They give your body steady energy, keep you fuller longer, and feed the good bacteria in your gut. And when your gut is happy, everything feels better, from your mood to your immunity to how deeply you sleep at night. Think of a bowl of warm oatmeal in the morning, maybe with a splash of milk and those berries we talked about earlier, or a cozy dinner with some soft barley stirred into a soup or stew. It's comforting, it's nourishing, and it's exactly what your body needs to stay strong and steady. Let's shift gears a little now and talk about something that might surprise you: olive oil. Yes, that golden liquid in your pantry is more than just a cooking fat. It's a true longevity elixir, especially extra virgin olive oil. It's a staple in the Mediterranean diet, which is famously linked to some of the longest living people in the world. But what makes it so special? Well, olive oil is packed with healthy fats that keep your heart healthy. It helps reduce inflammation throughout the body, and inflammation is one of the sneakiest enemies of healthy aging. Over time, low-grade inflammation can wear down your joints, your brain, even your blood vessels. But olive oil helps calm the fire. It supports your cells, helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and E, and even plays a role in memory support. The best part? It's easy to use. Drizzle it over your salad instead of bottled dressing. Use it to sauté your greens. Add it to a bowl of warm soup just before serving. You don't need a lot, just a tablespoon or so a day can make a noticeable difference. And believe me, your body knows the difference between real nourishment and just empty calories. But there's one food that I think deserves even more attention than it gets, and that's fermented foods. Think yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or miso. These foods are alive, quite literally, with good bacteria that help keep your digestive system balanced. And as strange as it sounds, your gut and your brain are closely connected. When your gut is out of balance, you might feel it not just in your stomach, but in your mood, your memory, even your sleep. Including fermented foods in your daily routine helps keep that gut-brain connection strong. It improves digestion, supports your immune system, and may even reduce the risk of age-related decline. Now, if you're thinking, I've never tried kefir or kimchi, don't worry. You can start simple. A small bowl of plain yogurt with fruit in the morning. A spoonful of sauerkraut on the side of your lunch. These don't need to be meals, just small additions that act like daily tune-ups for your internal engine. Now, I want to mention something that often gets overlooked, because it doesn't come in a package, doesn't have a nutrition label, and isn't even something you eat in the traditional sense. But it's part of what you consume daily, and it matters deeply. Water. Yes, plain, simple water. Staying hydrated is one of the easiest, most powerful ways to support your body as you age. Your joints feel better. Your skin stays softer. Your digestion improves. Your energy stays steady, and your brain stays clearer. Dehydration, even mild, can make you feel tired, foggy, and older than you are. Yet so many people forget to drink enough, especially in cooler weather when thirst cues get quieter. Try this. Every morning before breakfast, have a full glass of water. Just make it a ritual. Before your meals, a little sip. When you sit down to read or rest, keep a glass nearby. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber if it helps you enjoy it more. Tea counts too, especially herbal teas without added sugar. The point is to give your body the hydration it's craving, quietly, consistently, every single day. And while we're talking about daily habits, let's not forget one of the most joyful ones, sharing meals. It might sound unrelated, but eating with others, your spouse, a friend, a neighbor, even your grandchild, adds more than just flavor to the food. It adds meaning. It adds connection. And believe it or not, social eating has been shown to increase longevity too. When you share a meal, you often eat more slowly, enjoy your food more, and laugh a little. That's all good for digestion, mood, and the soul. Even a simple sandwich tastes better when shared at the table with someone you care about. So, if you can, try to make eating a social event when possible. Invite someone over, join a local lunch group, or simply call someone while you eat. The nourishment we get from food goes beyond the nutrients. It's also about how we feel when we eat it. Every choice we make about food is a quiet vote for the kind of future we want. And the beauty is you don't have to change everything overnight. Longevity isn't built on one perfect meal. It's built on 1,000 small, thoughtful ones. The ones where you swap sugary cereal for oats and berries. The ones where you reach for a handful of almonds instead of a processed snack. The ones where you pour a little olive oil on your salad, add beans to your soup, or say yes to that glass of water. Your body doesn't ask for perfection. It just asks for care. As we've been talking, you might have noticed something. None of these foods are hard to find. None of them require you to flip your life upside down or follow a complicated plan. They're simple, familiar, even comforting. And that's exactly the point. Eating for longevity isn't about restriction, it's about renewal. It's about gently choosing what brings your body life instead of what silently wears it down. Now, there's one more group of foods I want to bring into the spotlight. And if you've ever had a juicy slice of tomato in summer or roasted a sweet red pepper, you already know them. Colorful vegetables, bright reds, deep oranges, vibrant purples, even dark greens, they're more than just pretty on your plate. They're loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, and plant compounds that help fight the aging process from the inside out. Think of these colorful vegetables as your natural defense system. The deeper the color, the richer the protection. Carrots, for example, bring you beta-carotene, which supports your vision and immune system. Beets help your heart and circulation. Red cabbage and purple eggplant carry anthocyanins that protect your brain. It's like nature painted each vegetable with purpose. The best part? You don't need to memorize which vegetable does what. Just eat a rainbow every day. A handful of roasted carrots here, a few slices of red bell pepper there, maybe a little spinach stirred into your rice. The more variety you have on your plate, the more variety of protection your body gets quietly, every day. And remember, it's not about doing it perfectly. Maybe some days you don't feel like cooking. Maybe your appetite isn't what it used to be. That's okay. Longevity isn't lost in one off day. What matters most is the rhythm, the steady beat of small decisions, like a drum keeping time in the background of your life. And every vegetable, every bean, every glass of water is part of that song. And now, I want to gently bring up something many people overlook when they start focusing on eating well: balance. It's easy to get caught up in extremes. Some diets tell you to cut out all carbs. Others tell you to eat only fat. Some say fruit has too much sugar. But your body wasn't designed to live in fear. It was designed to live in balance. A little sweet, a little savory, a little indulgent, a little clean. That's the beauty of eating for longevity. You don't have to punish yourself. You just need to be kind to yourself. Have the slice of cake at your grandson's birthday. Enjoy your favorite comfort food once in a while, then return to your rhythm. Greens, beans, berries, nuts, grains, colors, water, love. That's the real recipe, and it's one you can keep for a lifetime. Now, let's talk briefly about one more thing that brings it all together: how we eat. Not just what's on the plate, but the pace, the peace, the presence. So often, meals become rushed. We eat standing at the counter. We scroll through our phones. We eat while watching the news. But longevity loves calm. Digestion improves when you're relaxed. Nutrients absorb better. Even your mood lifts. Try this. Before your next meal, take a deep breath. Look at your food. Smell it. Say a quiet thank you for the farmers, for the sunshine, for your own hands that prepared it. Slow down. Chew. Notice. Let your body catch up to your mind. That simple shift can turn any meal, even a modest one, into nourishment, not just for the body, but for the spirit. Because here's the truth, and I want you to hear it. You deserve to feel good. Not just good for your age, truly, deeply good. You deserve to feel strong when you stand up, clear when you speak, warm when you laugh, steady when you walk. You deserve a body that supports your joy, not just your survival. And that's what this is really about. It's not about eating to live longer just for the sake of years. It's about living better in the years you have. About waking up with purpose, moving with ease, connecting with others, and still feeling like you, your sharp mind, your big heart, your unique light. And food? It's one of the most powerful tools you have to make that possible. It's not flashy. It won't make headlines. But the quiet power of a good meal chosen with care day after day, that's the foundation of a vibrant life. So as you head into tomorrow, maybe take a moment to look at your plate and ask, is this helping me live the life I want? And if the answer is yes, even just a little, then you're already on the path. Remember, it's never too late to start. Your body is always listening. Every bite is a chance to speak to it with kindness. If this message has spoken to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Maybe share your favorite longevity-friendly meal. Or let us know what change you're going to try this week. And if you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe so you never miss another video made just for you. You're not alone on this journey, and there's so much more ahead. Here's to living your best life at any age. And here's to the meals that help make it possible. You know, when we were younger, we didn't think too much about what we ate. We just grabbed whatever was fast, easy, or tasted good. And back then, maybe our bodies could bounce back quickly. But now, in this season of life, our bodies speak more softly, but more clearly. They whisper through our joints, our energy levels, our sleep. They're not just asking for food, they're asking for care. And here's the beautiful part. Your body still listens, no matter your age, no matter what you've eaten for decades. Even now, today, it's ready to respond to nourishment, to love, to healing. That's one of the most hopeful things I've learned. Change is always possible, especially when it starts with something as simple as your next meal. So maybe today is the day you add a few fresh greens to your dinner, or swap out the processed bread for something whole grain, or sprinkle some walnuts into your yogurt. These aren't big sweeping changes, but they send a message to your body. I'm here. I'm still in this. I still care. And that message? It ripples through every cell, every heartbeat, every breath. Let's not forget the role of joy in all of this. Eating for longevity isn't about strict rules and dry salads. It's about pleasure. It's about real flavor olive oil kissed with garlic, warm grains cooked in broth, the sweet burst of a ripe berry in your mouth. Don't let anyone tell you that healthy eating is boring. When you start eating closer to the earth, the flavors come alive again. You notice the subtle sweetness of a roasted carrot, the creaminess of avocado, the zing of lemon on greens. Food becomes exciting again, not just for your taste buds, but for your soul. And if cooking feels like too much some days, don't be hard on yourself. There are plenty of shortcuts that still nourish. Canned beans can be rinsed and tossed into a salad. Frozen veggies steam up in minutes. A container of yogurt with some seeds or berries on top makes a complete, balanced snack. You don't need to be a gourmet chef to eat like someone who's investing in their future. You just need to care and take one small step each day. Here's something else I've noticed when you begin eating this way. Other parts of your life start to shift. Your sleep improves, your morning aches lessen, your moods steady out. You might even find yourself reaching out more to others, sharing a recipe, offering a walk, feeling more hopeful. It's like food opens the door to a fuller, brighter version of yourself. One that's been there all along, just waiting to be nourished. And if you've got people around you, children, grandchildren, friends they're watching, they see the changes. You may not even say a word, but your actions speak. You show them that it's never too late to grow, to thrive, to choose differently. You become an example not of perfection, but of possibility. And that's a powerful gift. So as we close out this conversation together, I want you to remember something simple. Longevity isn't a number on a calendar. It's how alive you feel while you're here. It's how much laughter fills your day, how deeply you sleep, how fully you show up for the people and things that matter. And food, good, honest, healing food is one of your best allies on that journey. Every day is a new chance to treat yourself not like an afterthought, but like someone worthy of care. Because you are. Not just for the years behind you, but for all the beautiful moments still ahead. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you feel seen. And most of all, I hope you walk into your kitchen today with a little more excitement, a little more purpose, and a lot more belief in what's possible for your health. If this video spoke to you, I'd love for you to be part of this growing community. Leave a comment below and let me know what small change are you ready to make. What's one food you'll start adding to your daily routine? Or even what's one you've already started and are loving? And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. It helps more people find this video and take that same first step toward a longer, fuller life. And subscribe, because we've got so much more to talk about ways to move better, sleep better, and stay sharp well into the years ahead. You're not alone on this path. We're walking it together, one small step, one joyful meal, one hopeful choice at a time. So here's to you, to your strength, your future, your story. And here's to living with energy, purpose, and joy for as long as your heart desires.